if you know, the laning stage is to their advantage.
This is weird. So the reason I'm kind of not liking the drow is because when pushing, because you want all of your teammates to be behind you, the illuminate is way too annoying for you. But on the other hand, looking at Nemiga's draft, it's perfect, right? You have this hero that stands in front, and then you have 4 perfect protectors for the drow. Because what you want with this hero is to be in the fight already, and then once enemies start running in, that you're protected from all sides. And that is the case for Violent. So I'm torn here. I'm gonna need a little bit more to decide who I favor here. Any thoughts from your side?
Yeah, I think I agree with your points. Overall, it feels like this Underlord pick, I think it's gonna struggle in lane, to be honest. I'm looking at this no Disruptor Underlord against I guess, who do you place in the, I'm assuming
ET.
RodjER is going to be in the same lane as the Chan. You think ET? Okay.
Yeah, ET. No, ET goes with the drow. I think whatever happens, ET is with the drow.
It's not easy to dodge Illuminate. I think it can be done, but you kind of need almost perfect clicking. So in general, you know, Puck does have decent wave clear to deal with the pressure that a Kato puts out, but he might struggle just like in HP. I've seen a lot of heroes struggle against Mikado that, you know, they pick this very early just because in general doesn't have a lot of bad matchups.
Yeah, I mean, is there a bad matchup for the Coddle? Maybe a Kunkka? Is that even the case? I don't know. This hero feels to do okay in lane versus everybody.
Yeah, I think almost like I saw Quops, you know, sometimes actually putting some pressure. It's just that if you walk up to the Coddle, you're always getting hit by the Illuminate, and there's no other hero with, I guess, maybe a Sniper. I think the Sniper, you can stand far back, you can deny a lot of the creeps. Maybe that's one that we can see later, as we will see a 2-for-2 here. Nothing major happening.
I mean, you say that, but in the previous game, Nigma Galaxy got all 4 of those, so Nemiga already starting off on a better note. Brambles connecting only onto Kuroki. He seems to be okay. Yuma taking some damage as well, but ultimately it will be both of the teams dispersing, and let's find out if RodjER is coming back to the top lane. He's TPing right now, but that's gonna be with not that much of an HP left on him. Penitence coming in handy for sure.
A lot of mana spent as well. Use the Spirit, uses the TP. But yeah, the curry can always bring some extra refreshments for him as... Okay. Oh, yeah, see? It's not easy to dodge that.
It's not fair. It's really not fair. Do you get like level 3 2 points in phase shift? That's not something we see, but...
that feels awful. Maybe level 4, but like it feels awful. You're not gonna have any damage on your level 6.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You'd much rather take a beating than not be able to do anything once you do get a chance to stick it to this Coddle, as Vazya in a lot of trouble. One thing that the Razor doesn't have is attack speed. With the Link, he gets a ton of damage, but the Penitence does solve that issue slightly in the laning phase, even later on in the game.
That's true, actually. I didn't thought about it. It definitely makes Yuma's life a bit better, although... When you think about it, they do have decent answers for the static link here. Not only the Shadow Realm, but also the mobility hammer spell thingy that Dawnbreaker has. As you know, I am very versed at Dota spells and skills.
Yeah, I know that you know all of the names of the skills. I'm just hoping that you do not combine them together, just like the names of the teams. But we'll see. We'll see.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, me neither.
These are very easy to pronounce names that don't mingle and make your life really hard as a caster. Not at all.
You told me that Zhao was gonna have a nice lane. Zhao has 3 CS. There's 11 on mind control. So this lane where the Razor is, that's the best one for Nemiga.
Yeah, I mean, you do gotta remember that ZT, you know, did lose a lot of HP and a lot of mana when he came back top. So I think that definitely affected how freely he felt he could trade. And, you know, just having some implications here. They tried to get some early aggression. But, yeah, like sometimes, dude, very small things in this before rune spawn can happen and just mess with the lanes. It's crazy how much of a difference he makes. But I do believe it's gonna get better here for Violent as he gets a Wraith Man, gets a bit more damage. You start also harassing the Underlord quite a bit, and there's not that much. You can Thunderstrike the Drown, that's about it.
There's 5 CS on RodjER as well. I'm guessing that might have come from a pull, but at least they are overall between the two of them getting something. There's 17 on Mind Control. He is... Dude, if this continues, Drow Ranger is not the best at coming back into the game. You need to have a level 6 during the laning stage. You do not farm the jungle.
Yeah, okay, speaking of coming back, he comes back to the lane here as GH will keep chasing. I think he's dead.
Very dead, yeah, very dead.
Yeah, first blood for him. I think this is a Midas Drow game. I've seen more and more, the new Midas. It was already being bought a lot, and this might be just a game you have to buy Midas.
I think this is a support Drow game, and you let RodjER carry, because he is looking much better in terms of CS. He tried to fight there. The thing is that the blood grenade, it didn't help him all that much, trying to deter Nigma from his carry. So the safe lane for Nemiga, I mean, this is as close to a disaster as you can. This laning phase for Nemiga it's not as close to, it's a complete disaster, Bowie.
Yeah, it's just the Puck actually standing his ground here. He needs to do a lot on Puck, and I don't know. I feel like in the past, this hero used to be much better at rotate than he is right now. I think Coil, most of his spells got significant nerfs. I don't think it's going to be easy for Maureen, especially when you look at the side lanes. They don't have the best damage supports as well. It's an ET. Dark Willow is okay, but not until level 6, I think.
Melrine dodged the Illuminate there. I don't know if you saw, but
yeah, I saw it.
He literally came into it like, I'm gonna practice this. I have to get it right now. RodjER gets glimpsed back. Nigma, they are kind of low. You don't want to be giving away this lead that you accumulated during the laning stage, so they will decide to just let it go. This Drow can still be dangerous.
Yeah. It definitely gets easier for Violent the more the lane progresses, as long as you're not getting kills. As it looks like RodjER.
Okay, he's strong.
Holy crap!
He knew what he was doing. I thought he was just crazy. The Rain of Fire, or the Firestorm, sorry, will kill him in the end. But it is still a very nice read from him. You don't have any mana, you don't have any HP. Just go in, Mikey. He's rotating.
Look at Mikey, though.
Violent is in trouble. You have to TP instantly if you want to live through that 1 hour. We don't even want to watch. Close your eyes, everybody. Close your eyes. As Violent is dead, he even tried to TP back to the base, and it doesn't work. So now he has to walk. As bottom lane, Vazya, Starbreaker was used. Look at the blocks coming in from Yuma, the TP from the Dark Willow. But Vazya, he lost almost all of his damage and HP. Not going to be looking too healthy as RodjER on the top lane. This time around, he survives through the Firestorm. But what is it all for when you couldn't protect your carry?
And I mean, and that's the hard part. You cannot even get CS in this lane, and your carry has to walk back to the lane. It is awful here for Nemiga. That is probably the worst thing that happened, because up to this point, I think, the draw was at a reasonable pace. Now she's 1,000 gold behind, and it's just increasing because no farm is being acquired, no experience is being acquired. Whew, 2k gold lead at 6 minutes.
He's running as fast as he can. RodjER, he will be placing a ward. Don't think he was spotted. A sentry there as well to block out the camp. Doesn't want any pulls. He wants to at least try to secure the lane for his buddy now.
Oh, look at that rotation here. GH, very patient. He goes all the way around. He is looking for Drow in the jungle, but she quickly reveals herself. Even if this doesn't amount to anything, I'm sure this ward is going to be useful 4 to 5 minutes from now. That's a really good ward he just placed.
And GH is going to be TPing to the bottom lane. The Puck did rotate. They're trying to finish off this Razor. There's the heal from the Illuminate. The damage just isn't there. Yuma, he lives through it all, and Nemiga, they knew they had to commit. Even the stop is just not enough. RodjER will just make his presence known, meaning that he's gonna be the third one to die. As Violent, we finally look at him. This is the most farm that he was able to accumulate thus far, but it does cost him 3 of his hero kills on the other side. At least it wasn't the Puck that died, but Bowie, the early game, it can't get much better for Nigma. I just cannot see it being worse than this for Nemiga.
Oh, what did you say there? I didn't really hear.
Yeah, everything went well. Everything went great for Nigma, really bad for Nemiga. We'll see. No mistakes here.
Okay, yeah, nice. As let's see if Oh, Yuma, if they can get this kill, but they can't.
He took all the damage, the
Oh,
blood grenade.
RodjER!
RodjER, he wants the punch. He wants to be the one punch man. He won't be able to do
He's
it.
gonna get
And
glimpsed
now
as
he's
well.
just gonna die for his sins. He wanted a kill. Actually, they're gonna be looking towards the Dark Willow, finishing him first. Yuma, he will be crowned the king of this lane because you just can't get him out of it.
Whew. Yeah, that's okay. We are officially at a point in this game where disaster has happened. You need to start taking precautions and measures here. Your drow needs a minus. You need to, like, at least the good thing about this for Nemiga is the push from Radiant is not good. You know, it takes a while for this drow to really break through these towers, especially, I'm sorry, for the Razor to break through the towers. They can't buy enough time, and as you can see, Gaben even doesn't think this is that big of a disaster. So you have to cut your losses, give away towers, man, and wait for some levels until you make a rotation. I don't think this Puck can get into any lane now and find a kill. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, until you get the Witchblade, I don't see anybody dying. As Melrine says, you non-believers, I'm gonna try either way. Yeah. Okay, he decides against it. He heard you, Bowie. He heard you.
Wisely so.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Vazya's, he says slow horse. Do you think that's that's like their sponsor, or him just, or his nickname, as RodjER does die on the top lane?
I have no idea. Is there a slow? I mean, I'm not from Europe. Is that a company?
No, I don't know about one. I mean,
that would be a fun energy drink brand, right? Slow horse. Oh, okay, they get it. Oh no.
Solar Guardian, the glimpse sending him back. He's still alive on Mikey. Just gonna stand his ground. You said it. You just don't have the damage. Go and farm. Let the towers fall. It's not worth it. They got on top of this Coddle and they just didn't have enough damage. Yet again, it's not enough.
That's the thing with Puck. Like, your coil break duration stun is so bad now that you can't really, like, if the team is farmed enough, they just break your coil. They do not care. You don't have the stun from Dawnbreaker doesn't come fast enough for you to make sure you're gonna land that. You know, look at G8. Is that a solo kill on Mister? Okay, it's not a solo kill, but it's still gonna look pretty good.
One more. It's not a kill at all. Even bringing in his carry, it wasn't enough. Malrine will finally make his presence known this time around, understanding that the only thing he can do is just run away. And even that is gonna be denied inside of the kinetic field. He has been caught, has the phase shifts, so should be able to dodge this because he had a lot of practice in the lane.
He definitely did, but how well is he gonna be able to show everyone that he finally got it? Because 8k goal lead at 10 minutes with the draft that they have is, as you said, you know, Drow doesn't come back. I would love to see her item build. Like, is she going Midas, or are they trying to somehow put up a defense? I feel like this is already snowball out of control, and trying to defend these towers is just a mistake.
Yeah, I don't know if they're trying to defend them or it's just so easy for Nigma Galaxy to kill them.
Yeah.
But when I look at Nemiga's heroes, they don't really farm the jungle, Bowie. Like, what are you gonna do in the jungle? Nothing.
Yeah. I'm grasping for straws here at the end of the day. I did prefer Nigma's draft a little bit, but I'll say
not this much. Yeah.
The lanes should not be as one-sided as they were. The fact that the draw struggle so much, and now we even lose the Dark Willow here. Oh man, Hellscream. Did you check the Wisdom runes? I'm assuming Nigma got both of them because these supports are in struggle now.
I didn't. I was paying attention to that, but I wouldn't even be surprised if Nemiga got the runes, because their supports have just been trying to fill all the gaps around the map. I don't think they got any time in the laning phase, even next to their carry, let alone being alone there.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe it just didn't matter. It's not that much experience when you consider all of the disadvantages. So he's being chased by an angry old man. He should be. There's two fights happening.
Vazya is dying in one stomp. Okay, going to sleep on the job. That's something
Drow's
that
dead.
Nigma. might have a problem with. Yeah, Drow nowhere to run. He will be taken down once again. Slowed down by the solar bind, and then there will be an illuminate to kill him. They just turned around. They knew that he was dead.
Yeah, that's... I have never seen a Dawnbreaker struggle this much. Like, they actually
Dire's bottom
picked the
tower
Dawnbreaker, I guess, before the RodjER. But maybe the problem was the lane partner. This Dark Willow, you know, there are definitely good lane partners, right? When you get a Magnus that you can use both Brambles, when you get a Mars. I don't think Dawnbreaker pairs that well with Dawnbreaker in lane as Maureen here.
Goes into the static storms. He's gonna be taking some damage. They have the glimpse that they can back if they want to, and they're gonna do just that. Malrine, he does have the phase shift, dodges it just in time. He will be fine. So, Bowie, the ever so hard question: what is the light at the end of the tunnel for Nemiga? And don't say keep our lights illuminate. Give me a chance for them to win this game. Is there one?
Well, I guess killing NC here would be a good start. He actually did run the opposite direction. He's so freaking tanky. Okay, yeah, that's how they come back. You have to pick these heroes apart. Mikey, at the end of the day, he is a hero that is worth a lot of money, and he can die if you get the coil with maybe the stun from ET. I think they need Puck, ET plus one hero. You could be able to kill him. He's playing alone from everyone else for most of the time. So, you know, maybe bait this Drow Ranger. The thing is, there's a lot of vision from Nigma everywhere else. You're going to have to be smoked. You really need to find an area for yourself where you know there's no vision. Right now it's their triangle. Because if there's vision from Nigma, they're not going to take the bait, right?
Yeah, they see the Drow. Speaking of vision, he's right on top of it. But I like what Nemiga did. They have good defensive wards. The thing is, Nigma, they have better offensive wards. Look at that one in the triangle. Even if you hide there, you're gonna be seen.
Recently placed from Kuroki there as they are just
Broke the
sitting in the
smoke.
triangle.
Okay, at least kill him. He's way too deep. This should reveal the ward as well, right? Considering that he's just standing there, you have to assume that it's up there.
Where's the spirit? Okay, it's
9
cooldown.
seconds.
That's why he didn't. Yeah.
But it will get taken down. So pickoffs, you said that's the way back in this game, and Nemiga they got two. Ever since you said that, so maybe the comeback has started, but they have a long way to go.
They definitely do, and you know that's the thing. This game is gonna take a while because they are pretty bad at taking Roche and at pushing. So Nemiga, as long as they're able to split Nigma apart and find some kills, it's not that hard. At the end of the day, you have the global capabilities of the Dawnbreaker. You have this Puck that's quite mobile. But look how they are preparing here as Nigma. They even buy a Midas on the RodjER. They're like, yeah, sure. This game's gonna take a while, so you know why not get the Midas? We can't. Even if you're this far ahead, we can't just go high ground. It's impossible.
Yeah, it really is. And RodjER, he is gonna be caught. Blinding Light at the ready, pushes him out of the Seeds of Serenity, so no heals from you. Spirit Vessel, Solar Bind, Annoyance, Illuminates, and in the end, death is what awaits RodjER.
Very nicely played there by Mikey. And yeah, that is one hero we're gonna see a lot more of. I don't even think this hero is bad. Like the buff he got, it's not even that significant, honestly. But it just means that, I guess, you know, because you actually get more mana as from Spirit Vessel, it does make life a little bit easier for him. Oh!
And the Solar Guardian won't cut through. He did heal the Puck a little bit, but that's not going to help you inside of the Static Storm. And the Pit of Malice is not going to be moving an inch. We talked about not having much to catch the Puck with, but that's why GH is always ready with a Static Storm.
Yeah. Tough game here for Nemiga. They got a couple
Long
of big
TP.
offs, but
Oh, Violent. Just TP to a tower. Don't go for the outpost TP. That's just so unfortunate.
dude, I'm sure he clicked the tier 2 tower. Everyone has done this. Like, I actually trained my mind so much to actually TP to the right place of the tier 2 towers on the bottom side. And now they swapped the freaking outpost for some reason. And I have to do it again. And I'm sure that's what happened. He probably wanted to go to tier 2 tower in the offlane. accidentally, for some reason, like the perceived area of the outpost TP is gigantic, and you know that's what happens. They lose ET. We are 1 kill away, Harry.
Yeah,
Just one.
from the reverse best number in Dota. Yeah, that is true. So let's see.
Are we getting it?
Of course we are. Of course we are. And you and me, we always theorize if there's a chat theme that will call GG after that happens, just for the casters, for the viewers. Nemiga, they seem like a chat theme to me. So let's see if they do it. Is that TP of the puck gonna get canceled?
It's game.
No? Okay.
Yeah, it is game 2 though, right? If it was game 1, I could see it. Game 2, it's a little bit, you know. I think the morale is gonna suffer. Like you're a Chad, but you need to go to therapy as they find a big one.
They might kill him, so no 22-3. It's gonna be 21-4. Nemiga, they're gonna be taking that kill, showing us that they definitely would have gone for the GG if it was 22-3. But they will also be fighting their urge to call GG there by getting a kill.
So, since this game is quite slow, I have something that's kind of grinding my gears I would like to share with you.
Okay,
so
go.
In Portuguese, Nemiga could be read as a very similar thing to like "yes, girl," and every time you say it, it kind of, you know, I cannot stop thinking about it, so I had to share it. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so now I can just address you both, right? Yes, girl, and now I know that I've said Nemiga and Bowie as well in the same sentence.
Basically. Yeah, if you can pronounce the name right, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, sure, makes sense. Anyways, the goal lead is 16k. I'm glad you got that off your chest. I understand it was very hard for you to keep it in, but Nigma are so freaking far ahead. They're just gonna be going for these defensive items on MC, and Nemiga, they've had some damage issues thus far. Once he has every single one of those defensive items, that's where real problems will arise.
Yeah, okay, coil one, that's a big boy.
Well, let's see, that's a pretty big boy. They're doing literally 0 damage to the huge boy. There will be a terrorize into the backline. They leave MC all alone because they're afraid, but he doesn't care, just stands his ground. He's gonna be strong enough. The blinding light finally comes through, and Nemiga, they can't see, and they shouldn't look at all because they're just being slaughtered. They're whipping their carry into obedience, and he will succumb to the wounds. It will be 3 heroes dead. 2 of them are cores. Nemiga yet again helpless under the might of Nigma.
Yeah, this is not the first time that they tried. I think they actually did get a kill on the Underlord, but he was by himself.
Yep.
Now there's a Hand of God, there's the heals from the Kato. It is impossible to go through MC. It's just way too many spells being cast on him. He also has the Dispel for the Silence now, so he can also cast his own stuff.
Mac, Hand of God, Illuminate, you're not killing him.
As much as I want to find a way here, I'm grasping for straws. They have no Midases. They didn't really play to pickoffs a bit more. I think there was an Underlord sitting in their lane doing nothing, and they just jumped him. I think they're getting impatient here as Nemiga.
At least Vazya got the rune there. He will leave the Celestial Hammer, and that allows him to leave. Even through the Pit of Malice, through the Kinetic Field, he will get the safety.
Yeah, I did like, the Dawnbreaker pick. It is a good response for Disruptor. It allows you to do stuff like that, where you just kind of like axe in a way, right? You just place the hammer there and you go back. And you kind of mentioned the Kunkka in the draft, and now that I think about it, it would also be nice to have that axe mechanic against Nigma. It would also give them a kind of a frontliner. Right now, I guess the Dawnbreaker was supposed to be that, but just struggle so much in lane.
Yeah, 6,000 net worth usually doesn't amount to much of a frontliner at 22 minutes into the game, as there is a threat that he will be taken over by the Disruptor, and I mean, this Chen has already overtaken every single one of Nemiga's heroes. Malrine will barely escape with his life, but is his life even that important at this point?
That is a great question. You know, to me it is, Maureen. All right,
Okay.
you go, girl.
Oh, look at his
yeah.
build. Look at his build. He's going for the Maelstrom, and he does have that that array, so he will be getting all of those hits in, plus the shard as well. So he wants all of those procs to be coming through. Considering you have an ET, maybe, just maybe, this is a path to having enough damage in this game.
Yeah, you know, it's trying to deal with the zoo, but that zoo is bulky, man. It's been hitting the gym. Look at those dragons and golems. You already have... yeah, I mean, it's the right approach, I think. This is one way for them to scale a bit more. Whether it's going to be enough with Aegis on the hands of Nigma, it's the question. It's a really impressive game. Like, game one, it was kind of a tough start here, but Nigma showing that when they get the right lanes and the right advantage, they are very quick to sweep the map. They're actually playing this faster than I thought they could.
With this kind of a lead, more than 1,000 per minute in a competitive environment, this is something you do not come back from, as they do have an Aghanim Scepter on the Drow. That is an item that can delay this game, right?
True. Yeah, it can definitely help. You know, moving all of that region, that's a big part, especially the Coddle. Makes it tougher to do damage. It could help. Whether it's gonna be enough to surpass a 25k gold. Like, honestly, if you get all of the cores on Nemiga and you add up their net worth, it barely reaches up to 25k. So it's like there's 3 Nemiga cores on the side of Nigma right now playing this game.
Yeah, it is true. Let's see now. That Drow Ranger with an Aghanim Scepter. Can you slow this down? Can you stop this push from an overwhelming force that is Nigma at the moment? No.
Yeah, no, that's some damage. That's honest work.
Yeah, I hyped it up. Aghanim Scepter, let's go. Versus 26k gold lead. It did absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that Razor is gigantic. Has a Manta, has a Plate Mail. I mean, look at him. He has 40 armor pretty much. It's just not gonna be enough to chew through him. As they still have a tier 2 tower in the mid lane, so you know this is gonna be a slow siege, and you do have the
Wave
ET, like it makes things awkward. But do you actually get a punish kill out of that? I don't think you do. You don't have the disruptor. You don't have a way to punish when they try to go high ground and then leave.
Yeah, you can easily leave if you're Nigma. Now they push through the mid lane. Those bottom lanes were cut by Malrine. He was literally at the tier 3 of the enemy, so it was very hard to guess where exactly he's gonna be popping out. Now though, in the mid lane, it's gonna be much tougher. So Nemiga, they will have to fight for this one.
Very true. Even have disruptor. Look at where he is. He's actually going through the mid lane just to make sure no one is going to be stopping that push. As some decent damage being done. But all of that heals yet to be used. Hand of God, the Illuminate heals.
Oh, it's so hard. Vazya tries to get himself away from the Illuminate, but that just follows him forever. Violent gets pushed back as well. He just doesn't have the range. He doesn't have the power. He doesn't have the strength to stand his ground because it takes too long to even damage these heroes, let alone kill them.
Yeah, like you stand your ground, you're gonna get illuminated. The firestorm's gonna be raining on top of you. They're gonna have to make a move eventually. They don't even have vision in the lane. Like, the ideal target is probably Disruptor, but I think they're gonna jump and get Static Storm instantly.
Let's see, Hypothermia. That means that the heals are not gonna be that great. They actually do almost nothing. Terrorize was already used. Now Violent is losing his damage. He's gonna be brought back there. The Lotus not really protecting him all that much, but Yuma, he has gone a little bit too deep. Tier 4s, not enough to slay him. He's gonna be needing to go into the fountain if he wants to die, and guess what? He doesn't want to kick the bucket just yet. Nigma, they haven't sealed the deal, haven't done the job, and haven't gone to the grand finals just yet, though they're very, very close.
Yeah, I believe they are feeling it. It is within their hands as, alright, finally a jump here, an aggressive one. Static Storm yet to be used. You have to be very careful if you're Maureen.
Yeah, he has been careful in this game. He hasn't died much on the puck. He did his job in terms of split pushing. He tried to fight God an early blink, but the laning phase was so detrimental to Nemiga that everything he tried is just easy to respond to as Nigma.
People really forget how like hard it is to really win a game when both your side lanes lose. Like that is tough, and Puck is not the like this hero kind of relies on having even side lanes because you need the damage. Like this hero is not gonna solo kill anyone at level 6. You need your other carries to kind of bring it a bit more. As all right, they're gonna buy back the Dawnbreaker here. They have the ulti ready.
He's gonna not do anything. The Solar Guardian won't be coming through, and it would just be a nice sun there to put a good tan on Nigma. They won't really care about your Solar Guardian whatsoever. Yuma is still posturing aggressively. He's gonna be losing the Aegis in 3 seconds. Usually this is where you run away. Nigma, they need to do no such thing as they're so freaking strong in the moment. Yuma gets his mana back, gets his HP back, and just continues with the push.
Yeah, nice mental dodge right there. Curse Crown doesn't do anything. It's tough. Like, you cannot poke. When Nigma are ready and they're just farmed, they're just, yeah, there you go. GG. I think, it was a long time coming. And Nigma, amazing performance. They actually guarantee themselves through the